On today's episode, we're going to be talking about gearing up to get you to the track. This video could literally be a few seconds. You need helmet, gloves, suit, and boots. And that's pretty much all you need really to get to the track. But realistically, that's not what everybody's looking for. Everybody wants to really hear what it really takes to get to the track as far as gear is concerned. And I had a special situation where none of the stuff that I bought to get myself to the track actually worked out for me. So I actually went through about 4 days or so, hundreds of miles worth of driving to get myself out to the track and to get myself the appropriate gear so that I can fit it and that I could potentially get myself out to the track. So I'll talk you through that, kind of give you a few of the options that I was given. Because I am a really short person, but I'm also kind of fat. So let's talk about that and see some of the pros and cons and some of the things that you could potentially do to get yourself out to the track. I decided to go out to Cycle Gear and I bought an Alpinestars suit. One of the top of the line ones, it was like the GP Pro, and I also bought the Super Tech gloves. And I tried all the stuff individually. I tried it on individually and it fit. However, once I tried putting it as a unit, it didn't work out for me. Between my forearms and the suit, I couldn't put the gloves over the suit itself. So I went and talked to Alpinestars, and Alpinestars said, well, those are not the gloves for you. Even though they fit perfectly fine without the suit, I wasn't actually able to put them on top of my suit, so that was an issue. So make sure that when you are buying your gear, you buy all the gear at once. That way you're able to assemble it as a unit and make it work with you versus work against you, especially once you're on that motorcycle. Another thing that you need to make sure that you're able to fit with the suit itself are going to be your boots. Like everyone else, I thought that the only way to wear your boots was the tracksuit goes underneath and the boots go on top of that. However, Dainese has this incredible option that really worked out for me. So I'll be talking about those boots and showing you those boots as well, and kind of demonstrating for you the difference between one and the other, and how going under the suit is what actually solved my problem, because apparently I'm short and my calves are too wide for them to be able to fit under boots. I mean, for my boots to be able to fit over my tracksuit. And that's just kind of how it played out for me. And that kind of sucks. And that's what made me run around between San Francisco, Sacramento, and here in Fairfield to try to get everything situated for myself and get myself out to the track. Alright, so like I said, there's going to be a few options for you in regards to suit and what you can use and what you can't, and what's going to work for you and what isn't. The problem with me was that I really want to get to the track, and I want to go out to the track often, and I want to get fast. So a two-piece suit was not an option for me. Some folks are going to be okay with staying in C group. So if you're going to be in the C group, you could potentially go with Alpinestars or Dainese, because both of them make short versions of their suits. Alpinestars makes short suits, but only in their two-piece version. Unfortunately, they only also do 180 degrees of the zipper. So you're going to have to modify it to make it a 360 zipper for most, if not all, tracks. That way that's going to be able to work for you during your C group riding. However, that's not going to be the case when it comes to B group and A group. So keep that in mind. And that's why I went with a full one-piece suit and went with Dainese. Dainese makes short suits, specific ones of their lineup. And when they do that, you're able to get the same suit you would like a Laguna Seca, or I think there's a Motegi one that they make in the short one as well. And it's still a one-piece suit, and it's going to let you be in the C group all the way up to the A group. So keep those in mind. That way you buy the right suit for yourself. And that way you don't have to waste any money further down the line when you eventually move from C group to B group and potentially even A group. Another thing that Dainese does to get you out to the track, if you have the money, is they custom make suits. So you can get a custom made suit, and with the custom made suit, you're going to be able to get every measurement to be exact and perfect for yourself. However, again, we're talking about $3,000 of an investment for a suit. So again, think of your situation and think of how you plan on racing and what you plan on doing and how far along you think you're going to get with racing. Maybe those are going to be options for you. And another option is buy a suit and have it altered. I called Alpinestars and they're like, nope, we don't make suits. What you can do is buy one off the rack that fits you okay-ish on the torso or as best as it's going to get, and then have it modified. So you get the alterations and all that stuff, and it'll fit you well, and everything's going to align properly, and your boots are going to fit, and so are your gloves. The problem I have with that is, in case you need to make a warranty claim on it, right? Alpinestars said, yeah, why not? Like, you can do this or do this, and we'll figure it out if it's something that we need to warranty or if it'll be something that the alterations place needs to warranty. But let's say it's something that Alpinestars will warranty for you. You have $1,000 extra put into alterations into the suit. Alpinestars is not going to reimburse you $1,000 so that you can re-alter your suit. So that's why I didn't want to go with the alterations part. Instead, I wanted to buy something off the rack that worked with stuff that was off the rack. And then if that didn't work for me, I was going to go the custom-made suit by Dainese. Thankfully, that was not the case because Dainese had plenty of options for me. So that worked out in my favor. Even though this undersuit is not mandatory for you to ride, it is going to save your ego when you're trying to squeeze yourself out of that suit. I am 5'4", and for my suit, I decided to go with the Laguna Seca from Dainese. Okay, so this is the reason you're supposed to buy your boots with your tracksuit, because I thought that, you know, I could buy these boots and then buy the suit later and stuff like that. However, that wasn't the case, because while the boots on their own fit great, the second I try to put a suit underneath here, I'm not actually able to zip up the boots all the way through and then be able to still Velcro this to have the boots securely fastened, even when I was using the Alpinestars suit. And then I decided to buy the City Mag ones, which have a lot more adjustability than these boots. You're basically able to use a closing mechanism to kind of ratchet them down. But then when I did do that, I wasn't actually able to move my foot at all. What I ended up doing is going with this style of boot from Dainese, which is an under the suit type of boot. And this is kind of what it looks like. The outside of it looks like this. And this is basically what encloses you in there. So this flap moves back, this comes up, and this is Velcro. And then you put it all together. Let me show you what it looks like when it's put back together. So that's what it looks like when it gets put back together, which is extremely small when you compare it to something like the Alpinestars boots. Easy gloves that I chose to go with. I forgot the name, but I'll put it on the screen, I guess. These are the Dainese gloves I went with. And the reason I went with these is because they're actually able to fit over my arm, or my forearm, I should say, and the suit. They do make an under the suit type of glove, but both of those sizes didn't work very well for me. Alright, so after buying your tracksuit, your gloves, your boots, and everything like that, you're pretty well spent. And maybe you don't have as much money left over for your helmet. You still need a helmet before you can head out to the track. So what are your options? Some of the cheapest options are going to be HJC and Scorpion. Both of them make Snell rated helmets at $250 or less. So for about $250 you can get yourself into a Snell rated helmet. So why is it that everyone else is charging $600? And basically what it's going to come down to is they use better materials. You could also be looking at weight reduction and the overall loudness of the helmet itself. So those are the things that are going to drive that price up or drive it down. But overall, HJC and Scorpion are going to be your cheapest options. Another option, if you have a cycle gear around you, is going to be going through with some of the Sedici helmets. Some of the Sedici helmets are also Snell rated. But again, they're not the most comfortable helmets. They're probably a little bit louder, probably a little bit heavier. But those are going to be options for you as well. I ended up with a Bell Race Star, and I'm going to buy the Shoei X14 as well. So that's what I'm doing, but the cheaper options are going to be the two I mentioned previously. Alright, so the final thoughts on this are that while you're shopping for your suit, you got to make sure to buy everything at once. That way you're going to make everything work together, so that way it's more comfortable for you. And don't really worry about the brands or anything like that. Make sure it just works for you, whether it be Dainese, Alpinestars, Revit, or whomever it may be. Just make sure it works for you. Make sure you try everything on at once and make it work as a unit. That way you're going to be more comfortable and going to be more confident while riding and avoiding any excessive trips to the store to get everything to fit right. So good luck and be safe out there. And remember, this is not going to be the last video. I'm also going to do another video that talks about getting your motorcycle ready to be at the track. So look out for that one, and thank you for watching my videos.